Any mention?
Please, Your Lordship.
Yes.
Lordship, I beg to mention item number 9, Your Lordship.
Item?
Number 9. Lordship, I'm praying for 2 more weeks accommodation, Your Lordship, in this matter.
Item 9 you are appearing for?
We are for the managing committee and the private respondent. Respondent number 7 to 9, Your Lordship.
And for the petitioner matter, they've been taking time after time. The last
You have objection to that thing?
Well, my objection may be recorded because again and again.
No, if you ultimately agree on adjournment, why should we that? Then we will take up if you have objection.
I don't think so. It will be proper in the absence.
Then we will see. Yeah, then. When do you want it?
After 2 weeks, my Lord.
Your Lordship, I'm appearing on behalf of Mr. Hazarika.
Okay, one more opportunity may be given. Last chance. After that.
Your private respondent number?
Private respondent number 9, 7 to 8 is managing committee, Your Lordship. I'm for 7 to 9.
Request of so and so. List this matter after 2 weeks. You are not saying you are having objection or no objection.
In fact, since they have been taking time after time, I'm always prepared. So now again they have to.
See, anybody opposing adjournment, this court will not grant. Okay, so you should agree before you take up whether it will be taking up.
No.
I beg to mention item number 5, 6, 7. These are connected matters, my lord. I'm just praying for a week. There are other matters also listed today, my lord. I'm not in a position to argue today. Just for a week, my lord. I have sought permission from my lord.
You've got permission from them, so okay, you do not need any order by that.
I have just informed them, my lord. Just for a week, my lord, because there are other matters also fixed together before this court order.
You have 5, 6, 7 on the request of the London Council petitioner. List after a week.
Much obliged.
Thank you.
Yes. To mention, my lord, item number 14. If this matter can come up after a week, my lord. I've taken the consent from the other side.
Who's the other side?
Sir Ranabir Chaudhary.
Ranabir Chaudhary, sir.
Okay. Also. After a week on the request of the London Council for the petitioner. All right.
May I please, Your Lordship? I beg to mention item number 11. I'm praying for 2 weeks' time, sir. Your Lordship. I'm praying for 2 weeks' time.
No objection, my lord.
Item 11. You mentioned item 11.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Yes, 2 weeks on the request of the London Council for the petition. Yes.
Most obliged, Your Lordship.
Mail list, item number 1.
Please, Your Lordship, I want to withdraw this petition, Your Lordship.
Okay. Mr. Which one? What do you say? London Council for the petitioner submits that he has the instruction to withdraw the matter. Withdraw. Allowed. This petition stands dismissed. Then withdraw.
Item number 2.
My lord, with lordship permission, I filed this missed case to strike out. My lord, to withdraw. My lord, 27 of them. My lord, I'm seeking application, my lord. They have received during the pendency of this standard petition. They have received the part of the compensations offered by the collector. So they receive it without protest. That one. But the remaining one, that is a dispute before this court. In fact, they have chosen to pursue negotiation with the government outside the court, my lord. So they are seeking for allowing them to strike out their name or withdraw their name from the list of the instance petition, my lord.
How many, altogether, how many petitioners are there?
My lord, here
90.
90.
They're
And
praying
how many?
for striking out
90.
27.
And 57 are we doing?
yes. In fact, learned CJC has produced a list that from my side, petitioner side, 35 of them has withdrawn. But the instructing council is unable to reach the amount, remaining one. So that effort is going on among those people. It's spread over 31 villages. So effort is going on. But as of now, 27 of them came forward and said that yes, we have received part of them, then we received without protest. We will pray for striking out our names or liberty to withdraw the petitions or striking out from the list of the area of the parties. However, with the liberty to allow them to approach again in case if they fail.
Once you withdraw, why that liberty?
My lord, here the dispute is somehow unique under land acquisition matter. The existing road, my lord, here is after survey 4.75 meter. That was existing road. So government proposed to expand it to two lane. Now, when the exercise for this expansion survey was on, and they came across that district council used to issue a pata, and they even issue a letter, and it says that 10 meters from the center line of the existing road would not be counted. Now this it came into 8.2 meters something width. Now this government claim it is considered as a ROW, right of ways, and they say that this ROW we will not pay compensation to you, but if our expansion reach beyond the ROW, we will give you. And these are the certain areas. For that they have received. And the main grievance pending before this court is that in fact that ROW, there was no history of land acquisition. So that is the issue pending before this court. And that the issue pada under the, my lord.
Yes, all right. Let us pass order in this case then.
Yeah, miscase with the lordship, we beg for liberty to allow them to approach the government. And if they succeed, well and good. If they fail, my lord, yes, allow them to approach before this order.
Here,
that liberty will be there, only will strike down their name, nothing else.
Strike out their name, and otherwise they may take the liberty, they may take the plea again.
That liberty will remain there. It will not have
if
to
lordship
make
gives me
any specific-
liberty.
Your Lordship, here in this case, none of the petitioners refused to make payment of the compensation. So, Your Lordship, here now they are coming after giving this letter of it that they have already accepted this amount of money towards compensation, and others also, if they are coming, money is already there with the deputy commissioner. So, deputy commissioner is the person to decide, and they have stalled this project of the government of India, and who is the beneficiary of justice.
This reputation is about what? You see, like you want.
We are challenging the section 11 and section 19.
Compensation.
Yes, notification. We are challenging the land acquisition.
You are against that.
Against the acquisition.
Acquisition.
Yes.
You do not want land to be acquired.
My lord.
Can you challenge? Can you?
My lord, here because the larger chunk of the land was omitted, considered as a ROW, and I cannot go to civil court to claim to establish the ROW.
But then can you oppose acquisition proceeding on that ground?
My lord, on the procedures,
you should not get. That is a different thing.
they have the right to acquire it and exercise sovereign rights, but we are challenging the procedure irregularities. How this larger chunk of the land of the petitioners excluded without any history of land acquisition earlier, merely relying on the pata or the letter issued by district
But then
council.
can it be a ground for this thing? Opposing the acquisition?
But those grounds we have taken in the independent petition.
Frustration route, Your Lordship.
I don't want
Otherwise,
to
money
end
is
up-
lying.
Money is
They are not
already,
coming forward.
money was with this with the deputy commissioner.
Those compensation for the land exceeded ROW, man.
We are causing obstruction to the implementation of.
No,
public-
that is not the way. In fact, if we read the law properly, they have to conduct the survey, and they have to pass the award after giving a proper opportunity. Section 15 notice should be given.
Whether
Nothing was given.
Non-adherence would make you this thing.
Yes, madam. There's some court decision also there. If there are also some cases, the law laid down by Honorable Apex Court, that when the government go for land acquisitions, my lord, if opportunity is not given, proper due notice is not given, like Section 15 in this present Act, earlier Section
You can
5A.
direct them to give opportunity.
But those are on the merits. Those may consider on merits. On merits. Today, for striking out or allowing them to withdraw with the liberty.
219 of 2023. Mr. Sangarisha, Council, appealing for the writ petition, and also Mr. R. Deputy. Mr. Shen, you are also here.
And for the respondent number 6.
No, Mr. Shen for the state, then Mr.
And for 16.
How many respondents are there?
My lord, total 17, my lord.
You appear for?
I'm for 1 to 13 minutes.
And 14? 14 issues.
14 is my friend. 15 is the Union of India.
And for 16.
This is an application filed by how many of you have filed this application?
27 of them, my lord. 27 applicant petitioners. My lord, paragraph 2, we have to spell out the name of a number of petitioners, petitioners.
Filed by (27) applicants, those who are writ petitioners in writ petition number 239 of 2020. The applicants are writ petitioner number, we take it from paragraph 2, those 5, 3, 15. Step. It is stated in the application that during the pendency of the writ petition, the applicants herein are persuaded by the collector to accept the compensation award fixed and determined by the collector with regard to their land situated beyond the 8.259 meters. Beyond the excluded 8.259 meters with more or less and the present applicant had accepted and withdrawn the amount of compensation for their land from the office of the collector sometimes in the ending part of 2022 and some in the early part of 2023 without lodging any protest. with regard to the said amount. The applicants now have chosen to pursue the government for a redressal of their remaining grievance with the competent authority of the state and collects outside the court. And hence praise for striking of their name from the array of the writ petitions. Nobody can, no one will have any objection, I think.
My only objection is with regard to the matter of procedure on the issue of giving any liberty. Lordship will appreciate striking out is only in the case of improper joining of parties. So here actually the claim has been satisfied as far as these 27 petitioners are concerned. So it's only a case of striking out simpliciter. The question of liberty, I'll just leave it to Lordship.
They say their petition, in their petition, they say like the remaining part of their grievance, they want to pursue it with the state. So that is what.
And they also say that the claim has been accepted, the amount has been accepted without any protest.
The court is not specifically given them any liberty. Not given.
That's the only issue.
That would depend upon the situation what arises.
Precisely.
On only that part, they received the compensation for that area without protest, not that for the disputed area. Disputed area, my lord, that is still kept pending. And
that will be a separate cause of action. You
my
don't
lord,
have to have
therefore, with that,
that
one liberty may be given for that. Otherwise, they said they came and withdraw without any taking liberty from this honorable court, so they cannot file a fresh petition. They'll take that technically.
So far as the compensation which you have received.
Yes.
Without protest.
That without protest.
There cannot be. But then
Yes.
for any other action, any other action that will always remain open with you.
Yes. With regard to that 8 point, the remaining disputed area.
Complicated. See, if you give any liberty here, also you see, then it may again be taken that way that you can come and dispute that amount which you have already received.
My lord, that one. Therefore, in our pleading, we made it very clear. We received that one without any protest. That part.
Yes.
But with regard to that disputed area, they have chosen to pursue with the government outside the court. In case if they fail, my lord, they have no option but to approach.
But then what is your prayer in the writ petition there?
Well, the prayer in the writ petition is to challenging the land acquisition process. Entirely
now
negotiation
this trying to divert.
So I don't want to enter into the merits of the case, and today is not fixed for that.
Things become then complicated, more complicated.
Well,
Your prayer is
His
something.
Lordship may submits that they may take the plea that they cannot come back and file a fresh petition regarding this 8.2.
Yes, here.
8.293 also. So regarding 8.239, government did not offer any compensations. Collector also do not give compensations. What they receive is the compensation they receive beyond that 8.293.
What is that?
Your Lordship, here
What is the last time?
in the prayer, Your Lordship, as a whole, if it is come as a whole, 8.3, please 84K. This in the petition, Your Lordship, 84K. This is a prayer. So if you come to this prayer in this way, Your Lordship, then whole matter is pending, though they have between the petitioners. So they, again problem will come up.
Yes, Mr. Sen, what is the problem if that liberty remains with
Exactly.
Let's kindly see the prayer.
Exactly.
That's why Learned CK was pointing out. Page 84K.
the writ petition?
Yes,
The writ
yes.
petition. The prayer is not only limited to the areas where there is no dispute and for which they have received compensation, but the prayer is also directed against those areas which are termed as ROW,
Right.
which is 35 feet from the center of every highway.
Right.
So that is sought to be excluded and they are being denied any compensation for that 35 feet area, which is the ROW. So now what my learned senior friend is praying by way of this application is that these names of petitioners who have received money in respect of the areas which are outside the ROW, they be omitted, they be struck out.
Yes.
Now, Lordships, under Order 1 Rule 10, striking out only happens when a person is improperly joined. The provision for withdrawal with liberty to file afresh is under a different provision. So ideally what he's praying for, what I understand, is to strike out with liberty to come back to this court. In case they do not succeed with the collector, and they are trying to impress upon this court that this writ petition does not relate to the ROW. But if Lordships have page 84K, it actually relates to the entire ROW. That is the subject matter also of the writ petition. So now if they are struck out, they can't pray for withdrawal with liberty. It's a completely different sort of a prayer.
Order 23.
Lordship. So Order 1 Rule 10 is only with regard to improper joining. So if somebody is not joined properly, they may be struck off. And somebody else may be added.
We are
Who's
in
a
writ
necessary
petition.
party or a
We are in
improper.
writ petition. How about this?
But look, section 141 CPC says CPC will apply as far as it may be practical. So in this case, I'm only questioning whether if a person is struck out because he says his relief has been satisfied, the claim has been satisfied, can he thereafter also claim that he should come back with liberty on the same cause of action? That's the only issue.
Well, the satisfaction is for which part of the land? That is the issue here. The satisfaction of the applicant here is for this land.
No, but then if it comes to striking off, now striking off happens at what situation?
In fact, my lord, may I submit, in fact, without striking out their names, they can still pursue with regard to the ROW. Since they have received with other part of the land without protest, they will not press for that. But with regard to ROW, without striking out, they can still pursue. If my friends are vehemently opposed at one, I'll take instructions. They may have chosen, they may take a decision to pursue the writ petitions, but they will not claim that the compensation for which they have received without protest. But with regard to ROW, they can continue to pursue. But since they have convinced by the government,
Can you see page
It's 84.
84J onwards?
Unnecessary making things complicated. '84.
84J it is started.
Why such a huge petition?
my lord, the author, government has authored all these documents. 84J prayer started from there. My lord. Number 2, we sought for striking down the preliminary notification. Number 3 also report, well, relevant one may come. Number 5 also declaration.
You are concerned with I.
Well, now we are concerned with the
So this notification that Lordship see on the basis of which the
my
proceeding
lord,
was initiated,
yes, number I is
was
there.
for the entire parcel of land, not just what is termed as ROW, but for the entire thing.
No.
So my learned friend is saying now that they have settled with the government, they've accepted the compensation for the areas which are falling outside the ROW, and as far as those areas which fall within ROW, they will pursue it with the government.
Yes, that's correct.
So as far as the rest is concerned, their claims stand satisfied because they've accepted the compensation without protest.
Right.
That is
what's
the
wrong with
statement in
it?
this application today.
Right.
Now,
That is exactly.
my only concern is, I'll leave it to Lordships. The only concern is they want to be struck off because their claim stands satisfied in respect of the areas outside the ROW. But for those areas within the ROW, they would like to come back
That will
again.
make things more complicated then.
Precisely. So,
That will think is more complicated.
Well, with the land within the ROW, my lord, they want to pursue with the government. If they still succeed, well and good. But if they cannot succeed, my lord, they have no more option other than to approach before the Supreme Court.
If
Only
you
with
want
that
to-
liberty.
If you want to withdraw from the writ petition, you withdraw in total, you see. You should not make some claim, leave behind some claims.
But
And for partially, you would say.
because there are two parts.
You can do it at the time of.
There are two parts. Compensation, the land are two parts. One is within ROW, another is beyond ROW. Beyond ROW, they are giving compensations. They receive without protest. They will never come back here again for that.
But then this writ petition is what? Writ petition is for ROW.
For everything.
ROW,
Everything.
ROW beyond ROW also.
So for others too, Mr. Devnath said that money is already deposited with the thing.
Apparently there are some others, some
So
of them have
dispute
accepted
basically comes only to that ROW.
only to the ROW. From what I
If you
understand
take
now.
into consideration submission by Mr. Devnath. This is only ROW.
Yes.
And that is what. So
I may be failing to assess my duty. They never deposit any single amount, rupee for ROW. What they have deposited,
that is exactly, you see, the claim is basically confined to ROW. Now other things are not there. You see, like you go by his submission, then you should not have any more grievance with regard to the other part of the land.
other part we don't have problems, without any grievance. Therefore, we see
Petition is confined only to ROW.
ROW. Now for this,
But then again, what they're now saying that 27
becomes very
petitioners
technical.
who have received their compensation for areas outside the ROW, they want to be struck off.
So if writ petition is totally confined to ROW, then why should your name be struck off?
Then full matters should be
therefore, that part, my lord, that part they were convinced to pursue with the government. Therefore, they were otherwise. Since I submitted, my lord, if there was a technical plea, objection raised by my friend is acceptable. Lordship, give me a week time. I'll take instructions, my lord,
See,
whether they would.
You withdraw this application, file an application under Order 23. We'll allow your prayer. We'll give you liberty.
But if Lordship permits me, that also. Because here
Mr. Sen has rightly pointed out here, the striking off is something different.
if
If
that
you strike off, we cannot give you liberty under
my lord, the spirit,
following the principle of Order 1 ruling.
my spirit of the CPC is applicable, no doubt. But if Lordship, since here Lordship is sitting as in a writ court, therefore we pray for that. Otherwise, I'm ready to file that appropriate application also.
That is what it should be. If you want liberty, then in such a case, we can just simply say that your name will be withdrawn from the array of the writ petitioners, and you will have a liberty.
Exactly.
Come back.
But the end result will be the same.
That they can do.
My lord, the end result will be the same.
Well, because liberty
End
what is
result will
being
be the
sought is to
same.
come back in this writ petition.
Result will be the
Or
same.
by way of a fresh
There
writ
is no
petition.
question. That has to be by a fresh thing. Even if liberty is given, that has to be by a fresh thing. They cannot
Right.
come and rejoin it.
Exactly.
The name will be struck off now, and then it will be again included.
My lord.
They will be again implemented. That cannot be.
Like I was saying, striking out is usually ordered if the person is improperly joined. So anyway, I'll leave it to Lordship.
You withdraw this application,
End
and it
result
will
will be
be
the
fit.
same.
You
my
file
lord.
an application
My
under
prayer
order.
today, my prayer today, or another new application that will be filed under proper order, end result will be the same. Lordship has understood the prayer of the applicants. Only the form.
End result will not be same. How can it be same?
Otherwise, I can file if Lordship.
Your Lordship, in this case, if the
Other.
learned friend is to when he is not having any grievances other than the RW, and admitted position is there whatsoever amount deposited by the NHDSL on behalf of the Government of India to the Deputy Commissioner. So definitely this RUW, as because it is not being considered and the rest of the amount is given. And their claim is including all, and they are stalling the event project.
That is exactly, you see, now prayer becomes contradictory. If they say that their basically grievance is now confined to ROW, that means they do not have any opposition against the accusation.
Yes,
In such a case, those notifications under
We
challenge.
were challenging the entire notification. And notification relates to the entire property, not partially.
Definitely. So it cannot be something like that. Partially you have accept a part of compensation, and for other part you challenge the entire proceeding. Can it be? It cannot be.
I'm not taking a technical plea because this may come around to affect us later. That why didn't the state take this plea at the time when this application was filed? But I'll leave it to Lordships. If Lordships feel that this application may be allowed, I'll leave it
This
to
application considering this application, I don't think that the court will have to go into all those aspects
Yes.
at this stage. But then the other aspects, if we go by the submissions which has been made now, and if we say that their thing is confined only to ROW, then remaining part of the challenge of this ROW, this very challenge to the acquisition proceeding will go. It will not stand.
The grievance would be different. If they come back in second round, they cannot challenge the entire acquisition process. They will assert their right confined to that disputed.
Even for the remaining
ROW
writ petitioners, now issue is confined only to ROW, isn't it?
For this present applicants. Well,
The remaining says
Remaining as a whole, Your Lordship.
remaining writ petitioners here. Lordship is referring in this the prayer in the writ petition.
remaining. This says
90
supposing
writ petitioners,
if
they are
you are-
all of them same. All of them are claiming same. And
So this
how to
challenge is
then-
for
Say supposing
ROW as well as
if this application is allowed, the remaining petitioners,
Lordship.
definitely their issue also will be confined only to ROW.
No, not necessarily, my lords. Because that will depend on their submissions. Because as far as this original writ petition is concerned, it's a challenge to the Section 11 notification, which relates to the entire property, immaterial of whether it is ROW or outside ROW.
But then I do not know this.
So this will create some amount of confusion.
Definitely.
My lord, the prayer in the writ petition is challenging both, my lord, ROW and beyond ROW. That is the prayer. Now, with regard to beyond ROW, government persuaded, they receive without protest. Now, government cannot say that they cannot pursue with the remaining ROW.
So now, are you ready
outside
to
the
withdraw
court.
this application filed under Order 23?
My lord, if lordship permits me, I can do that. But my only prayer end result will be more or less the same, lordship intervenes.
Because you are asking for liberty.
But,
That is the main thing.
but in that case, if lordship allow me to withdraw this application and file fresh after a week, I can file.
That is better, Mr.
The
Shan.
result will be the same. Well,
At least you will not oppose to the grant of thing. But then is it not highly technical that way?
that is why. That is why.
But the only thing
So
is,
lordship is sitting in the writ court.
tomorrow this issue may still remain. Why didn't you oppose the prayer? Because now we don't know what they're asking for really. They're asking to be struck off from the proceedings because for some part of the areas which are outside the ROW, they've been paid. And as far as the ROW challenge still remains, but they want to be struck off. That may not be the proper course. They should
Therefore,
withdraw
my
with
application
liberty
is
to
very
file
clear.
afresh.
Which part they have given up? Which part they want to pursue with the government?
So this is a
very
case where
clear.
they've abandoned
There
part
is
of
no
the
scope for
claim.
confusion in future also. I don't know why it becomes so
We will
technical.
do one thing. You just withdraw it and file a fresh one. We'll give you liberty. Okay, just cancel those, whatever the thing you have recorded. Just say, Mr. Ajal Sangresh lost to say, Senior Counsel appearing with the parties. Praise for allowing him to withdraw and file an appropriate application in the matter. The prayer has not been opposed by the learned counsel or the respondents. Stop. The application stands dismissed on withdrawal with liberty as prayed for.
To file appropriate application.
What to do about the writ petition? Also, it will be,
My lord, the writ petition, since
after?
a similar issue is pending,
when shall it be listed?
it may be listed after 2 weeks. But
The writ petition listed after 2 weeks.
after 2
This
weeks.
application, whatever you file, new application will come after 2
Yes,
weeks.
come up again.
This miscase 219 start disposal. Huh? We'll come back.